So today I want to talk about the lie that people tend to tell. And I don't think it's a lie that's being told on purpose. I think it's something that's inadvertently happening or not being communicated the right way. And that is, you can control how much wind will actually deter your trailer and move your unit or your setup based on having the proper hitch connection and truck. Now, with that being said, having the proper truck as it relates to your trailer or your setup or your fifth wheel, whatever it is that you're towing, let's just say your RV, having a proper truck with the proper weight rating and frame infrastructure is critical. It's a great thing to have. Having a dually always helps with stability. But let me be very, very clear. When the wind blows and hits your trailer from a crosswind or front wind or whatever, or headwind, excuse me, your truck and trailer will move. I don't care what your setup is. Now, if you have a long trailer like what we have, a 37.5 foot travel trailer, and you're trying to pull it with a half ton, you're gonna be dancing all over the road, whether there's wind or not. Just because the weight rating and the balance is not equal, it's not set up for that. But when you're talking about, like right now, we're driving across Illinois, headed towards Des Moines, Iowa, and the wind forecast is 25 miles an hour, which means that's what's going to be a consistent breeze. That's not calculating the gusts. There are wind gusts, especially on these open plains like we're on right now, and when they hit, it moves your trailer. There's been a few times I've had to use the trailer brake to help stabilize it, to help get it straightened out. But there's also been a few times that it pushed my entire setup, including my truck, into the next lane or over a little bit. So you have to understand the way you combat that, for you newer drivers out there, the way you combat that is, one, yes, use your trailer brake, but two, more importantly, and this really should be number one, use common sense. Slow down. This is why you cannot afford to be in a rush when you're pulling a travel trailer. You know, we are 4 hours and 26 minutes away from our destination. That's what the GPS says. I'm already calculating that it's going to take me closer to 6 hours. When I stop for fuel, naturally going slower. Right now I'm going 67. The speed limit is 70 miles an hour. But if I'm considering what an average has been since I've been on Interstate 80 headed this way, my average speed has probably been between 60 and 65. And here lately I've been hugging closer to 60. Because at the end of the day, safety is the most important piece. Being able to control the vehicle is the most important piece. And so I want to really combat that, because I think there's a lot of folks out there, and there's a lot of good content on pulling travel trailers and pulling RVs, fifth wheels, whatever the case may be. But I want to make sure that we are talking about something from a realistic, real world application standpoint. I understand, like right now I'm getting hammered, guys. I'm getting hammered. That's why I'm not even looking at the camera. But right now we're getting hammered by wind. And, 25 miles an hour isn't terrible. Comparatively speaking, it can definitely be worse. But unless you're in the Midwest, you're not seeing this type of crosswind on a daily basis. Just not what happens. There's been a few people who reached out to me asking questions on towing. Yes, I am 100% telling you, make sure you have the right vehicle to your trailer setup. Whatever it is that you're pulling, make sure that's right. Make sure you have a good weight distribution hitch, anti-sway hitch if you have it. All of that stuff is good. But don't be fooled, guys. When the wind blows, your trailer will move, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. You can try to help mitigate it, but don't let it. I don't care what type of hitch you have. When the wind blows, your trailer will move, and if it blows hard enough, your trailer and your truck will move. Go into this thing knowing that, especially if you're new going to, across country or going across the open plain lands. I know there's a ton of you out here who have a ton of experience driving. This is old news to you. But believe it or not, there's a market out there of people pushing different types of hitches, different types of truck to trailer ratio, as if it was going to just eliminate any type of movement with the wind blowing. And that's just not the case. Wind, water, all that, nature always comes out on top. So don't try to fight it, try to work with it. And if you can't beat it, be smart.